Hey guys, good to talk to you again. We're going to be working with a 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication today. So let's look at our lesson objective. Our lesson objective is 3.4G, and that's use strategies and algorithms, including the standard algorithm to multiply a 2-digit number by a 1-digit number. Strategies may include mental math, partial product, and the commutative, associative, and distributive properties. And what we want to be able to do is I can use a variety of multiplication properties to multiply 2-digit by 1-digit factors. And I can use the standard algorithm to multiply 2-digit by 1-digit factors. So we have a video here, a little video I made about multiplying 2-digit numbers by 1-digit numbers. Go ahead and get ready and watch.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and work out 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication problem. So the technique we're working on is dealing with 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication. And the problem we're going to work on is 24 times 3. So 24 times 3. The first way we're going to do it is we're going to use a concrete model. We're going to do base 10 blocks. And we're going to model 24 times 3 using base 10 blocks. And this is what it's going to look like. So I'm going to do, that's 20. And 4 units will make 24. So that's 1 time. That's 20. And 4 2 times. And 20. (24) 3 times. So this is just a concrete way of modeling 24 times 3. So to figure that, to work this out, we just basically count our base 10 blocks the way we normally would. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72. So 24 times 3 equals 72. So we're going to do a pictorial model for this also. So basically, I'm going to draw a base 10 blocks to represent 24 times 3. So I would go ahead and draw, this side I draw a 10 long. So that's 20, and my units are dots. 4, that's once. 24 twice. And 24 3 times. And we count it the same way. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, and 72. So 24 times 3 is 72. Just model it a different way. Next way we're going to do it, we're going to do this kind of called an area model or a partial product way. So I'm going to draw a rectangle that represents, that's going to represent 23 times 4 or 24 times 3, and that would give me, I do my 3 rows and actually did it a little bit better. So I could break that down. I could break 24 down into 20 plus 4. So this area in my shape right here would be 3 times 20, and 3 times 2 is 6. And I put my 0 to mark my place value, so 3 times 20 is 60. And this area right here would be 3 by 4 because opposite sides of rectangles are the same length. So 4 times 3 is 12. So to solve that, I would go ahead and do 60 plus 12, and 60 plus 12 is 72. Okay, and that's an area model or partial product way of solving it. And we'll go ahead. This is also called partial product, and we'll do this up here. So we would do 24 times 3. The first thing I would do is I would do 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. And then I would do 3 times 20, and 3 times 20 is 60. And we call it partial product because we have the product of 3 times 4 and the product of 3 times 20. And then all we have to do is add that up. And that is 72. and the standard algorithm way. And this is the way that we want third graders to be able to do this by the end of third grade, or sooner, by the end of this lesson. We want them to be able to do 24 times 3. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to multiply 3 times 4. And 3 times 4 is 12. And I'm regrouping right here. And then I'm going to multiply 3 times 20, or 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 more is 7. So 24 times 3 is 72. And these are, just a few different ways that you can do 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication. Looks like we have the concrete way, pictorial way, area model way, partial product, and the standard algorithm for doing 2-digit by 1-digit multiplication problems.
Okay, we got a problem right here. The problem we have is 4 times 16. And 4 times 16, you see I've done an array over here to model 4 times 16. And that'd take quite a while to count up. And we could definitely go through and count each one. Or we could do the standard algorithm. We'll try the standard algorithm along with this. But I'm going to show you a little trick where we can distribute the numbers a little bit different to make it problem just a little bit easier. So 16 is an even number. That means I can divide it by 2. So if I divide 16 by 2, that gives me 8. And if I divide that by 2, that means to make it the same problem, that means I'd have to double the 4. And 4 times 2 is 8. So that'd be the same thing as 8 times 8. And we know 8 times 8 is 64. So that means that 4 times 16 would be 64 too. And this is what it would look like if I just move my array around and I cut it in half and I'm basically doubling it. So now I have an array of 8. So you can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to be the same amount. And we'll do the 16 times 4 using the standard algorithm. So I'm not going to use community property. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 16 times 4. And we know that on the standard algorithm, we multiply the ones place by the ones place, and 6 times 4 is 24. And I carry my 2. I'll put a little plus sign here so I don't forget that I need to add the 4, or add the 2 when I'm multiplying my tens place. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply my ones place by my tens place. And that's 4 times 1. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus 2 is 6. So that equals 64. So 16 times 4 is 64. Or 4 times 16 equals 64. Okay, we're going to look at a couple problems here and we kind of associate this multiplication problem to money. So for 8 times 25, so 8 times 25, if I think of 25 as a quarter, and if I think about 8 quarters, so I would look at 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters is $1. So 4 more would be $2. So 8 times 25 would equal 200. Okay, and we can go ahead and work out that problem just like using our standard algorithm. So that's 25 times 8. We know 8 times 5 is 40. So I'm going to add the 4 there. And 8 times 2 is 16, plus 4 is 17, 18, 19, 20. So 8 times 25 is 200. We'll go ahead and look at 5 times 20. When we say 5 times 20, I know 20 nickels equals $1, so 5 times 20 would be 100. Okay, or I could also say 5 times 2. 5 times 2 is equal to 10, and then I put my 0 to mark my place value. So 5 times 20 is 100. And one just a little bit more difficult here. I got 4 times 24. And I can think about money still. If 4 times 24, I know 4 times 25, 4 quarters is $1. So I could say 4 times 24 would be equal to 100 minus one group of 4, which would equal 96. So 4 times 24 equals 96. And we go and work that out using our standard algorithm. So that'd be 24 times 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. Then 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So 24 times 4 is 96. Okay, we're going to look at a few of these guided practice problems. Follow along as I read. Which is another way to find the product of 54 and 6? And we have 4 different choices down here. So the first step we're going to do on this, we're going to actually figure out what is a product of 54 and 6. So what is the answer to 54 times 6? Okay, let's check and see. We'll do the standard algorithm. So that's 54 times 6. Multiply 6 times 4 first. 6 times 4 is 20. So I'm going to add that after I multiply by tens place. And then 5 times 6 is 30, plus 2 would be 32. So it's 324. So let's go ahead and work out the different answer choices. So answer choice A, the sum of 50 times 6 and 4 times 6. What is the sum of 50 times 6 and 4 times 6? Okay, let's check and see. I know 50 times 6, all I have to do is multiply 5 times 6, and 5 times 6 is 30. And then I put the 0 to mark my place value. So 50 times 6 would be 300, and I know 4 times 6 is 24. So that would be 324. Okay, answer choice B, the sum of 50 plus 4 plus 50 plus 6. What is the sum of 50 plus 4 plus 50 plus 6? Okay, let's check it out. I know that 50 plus 50 is 100, and I know 4 plus 6 is 10, so 100 plus 10 would be 110. Okay, let's go ahead and look at answer choice C. Go ahead and tell me what the sum of 54 plus 54 plus 54 plus 54 plus 54 is. Okay, we'll check that out. I have 50, 50, 50, 50, and 50, so that's 50 times 5. I know 5 times 5 is 25, so 55 times 5 would be 250. And then I know 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, so that's 5 fours. 5 times 4 is 20. So 250 plus 20 would be 270. And the last one, the quotient of 54 and 6. Okay, yeah, I know that 6 times 9 equals 54. So 54 divided by 6 would have to be 9. So looking at my answer choices, I can see that 54 times 6 is 324, and answer choice A matches that. So that would be another way to calculate 54 times 6. Okay, the next question, it says, which is another way to find the product of 22 times 8? So we'll go ahead and work that out. What is 22 times 8? Okay, let's check and see if that's right. So that's 22 times 8 using the standard algorithm. I do 8 times 2 is 16. And 8 times 2 is 16 again, plus 1 more would be 17. So 22 times 8 is 176. 176. So we'll go ahead and look at the answer choices, and we'll work out the answer choices. So answer choice A, what is the sum of 2 plus 2 plus 8? Okay, that's right. 8 plus 2 is 10, plus another 2 would be 12. Next answer choice, the sum of 20 times 8 and 2 times 8. Okay, let's check it out. I know 20 times 8, it would be the same thing as 8 times 2, that'd be with a 0 to mark the place value, which would be 160, plus 2 times 8 is 16. So 160 plus 16 would be 176. Next, answer choice C, the sum of 2 times 8 and 2 times 8. Okay, let's check it out. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 2 times 8 is 16 again, and 16 plus 16 equals 32. And the last one, the sum of 22 times 1 and 8 times 1. Okay, let's check that out. 22 times 1 would be 22, and 8 times 1 would be 8, and 22 plus 8 would equal 30. So I look at my answer choices. Answer choice B has the same answer as 22 times 8, so answer choice B would be the way to answer that. Okay, it's time again to complete your independent practice. Please complete your Schoology assignment that's below this. I'll put a PDF in there that you can print out and work it out on your own if you prefer to do that. And but just make sure you put it in Schoology. Take your time and do your very best. This is how we check to make sure you understand the lessons that we taught. And if you have any questions about the lessons or something doesn't seem like it's working like it's supposed to, please email your teacher or send them a message on Schoology. Do your best, and we'll talk to you later.